Welcome in to yet another special edition of Sport Ball. I'm your boy Sam. With me, as always, are my two good friends, Kyle and Seth. Boys, how we doing?
Wow, we're just good friends now, huh?
What do I usually say?
Mortal enemies.
I can't say that because Kyle's in person next to me, and he might start throwing hands.
Plus, it's your birthday, so we're all in a jovial mood. Happy birthday,
That's right.
Sam.
Thank you. It's my birthday pod. It's like your flu game, but a little better, you know?
Who's mine?
Yeah, you're
Only for
you're a
another
Michael
hour,
Jordan
though.
flu game.
So
That's
by the
true.
time we're done recording, it probably won't even be a birthday
We're in
anymore.
the last hour of my birthday. I feel great. Uh, we're just feeling good over here. The router's on the floor, right where it should be. Things are looking up. Um, Kyle, your Knicks
My Knicks.
are in the finals.
I've been waiting years.
Would you describe yourself as jubilant? Are you are you Googling sandy beaches right now?
Yeah,
Seth, what's the last name of the squirrel from Squidward?
from SpongeBob SquarePants.
From SpongeBob.
No idea. I've seen like 1.5 episodes of SpongeBob in my life.
This guy. So her first name's
Sandy Peaks.
Sandy Cheeks. That's even
Beaches
better.
named Wave. Maybe they dropped the ball there.
I don't. Sandy Cheeks is evocative.
Andy Cheeks is great.
What were we gonna say about Sandy Cheeks?
I just wanted to confirm whether it was beaches, but no, it's cheeks.
It's good to know for future
A
reference.
little alluding to the talk of the Spurs we're gonna have, but it's their cheeks.
Oh, Sandy? There's sand in San Antonio.
Yeah, Chuck likes them woman.
The big women in San Antonio. Chuck loves them.
Shout out.
I've heard the Riverwalk's overrated, actually. So,
Hmm.
Very overrated.
you've been?
Like Wemby.
Did I hear it from you?
Potentially.
What's wrong with it?
There's no pop. Nightlife is not popping.
Hmm.
Popovich isn't there?
No,
Hmm.
no. I think we went after a Spurs game. Is that the last time I went there?
You would think it'd be hopping after a Spurs game.
Right. It was Spurs Rockets.
So what's more overrated, the San Antonio Riverwalk or Wemby's ethics?
Oh,
That's a tough one because they're pretty up there. It's ethics though, because he has none.
he is French though. You gotta give him a little leeway there. You know,
Why?
they're known to be rude. You know,
It's
What does that have to do
cultural.
culturally. Uh, well, we'll get into all of that as we go along here. Um, I wanted to, well, we're gonna do an NBA Finals preview. That's number one. Okay, so if you're into the NBA, you're in the right place. At the end, we might do a little football because they threw two big trades in today or
Yeah,
yesterday, I believe it was. So if you're a football fan, first of all, go to hell. You're gonna stay for the basketball and you're gonna learn something. And then at the end, we'll give you a little football. Right, Seth?
we'll
Yep.
see how it
And
feels.
if you're here for minor league handball, we'll get to that next week.
Yeah, correct. So, quick conference championship recap before we get into the finals. OKC Spurs went seven, a classic 7 game series that we all expected it would be. Um, Games 1 and 7 were really good, I would say. The rest of them were kind of like there weren't a lot of classic games besides those two. Um, OKC goes down in game 7. It should be mentioned, they didn't have Jalen Williams or AJ Mitchell. They're number two and number three offensive players, I would say that, this season. Um, and man, Chet really disappeared in game 7, huh? 1 for 2 from the field in 32 minutes. Did not look like he wanted to shoot the ball. If
Only
you're
four
going,
rebounds too.
yeah,
It's almost more embarrassing than
inexcusable.
yeah.
Seth, if you're going to the offseason as OKC, are you just kind of saying, hey, we had two of our best players injured. Chet will be better next time this matchup arises. He's going to learn from this. Or are you more of the mold like, okay, we need to make some serious changes here if we want to get back to the mountaintop?
I think the first option is definitely the smart choice, and that's where I would put my money that Presti is going to do. That being said, I think my perspective would change a little bit from like a year ago, where a year ago is like if somebody calls asking about anyone from our core, I'm just hanging up. Whereas this summer, if I were Presti and people were calling about Chet, I would at
Mhm.
least answer the phone and see what the deals might be. I wouldn't be actively looking to move him, but if there
Right.
is some opportunity to upgrade or to get a little bit cheaper and just divest from Chet long term, I might take advantage of that opportunity. But I still feel like, you know, terrible matchup, terrible series. He's young. He'll figure it
Yeah.
out. And I don't think it would be prudent to overreact to losing really in the last 2 minutes, game seven in a series where, as you said, they were severely injured. And if even AJ Mitchell was healthy, I don't think we're having this conversation. So it's kind
I
of
agree. I mean, it must be asked though, Kyle. Giannis is out there. I think he's obviously available. Would you be looking into some sort of package with Chet, just at least considering it if you're OKC? I don't think I would, but I'm wondering if I mean it ages you up a lot, right?
Yeah, but I mean they're also full of youth, so I don't really know, how much
Yeah,
that really matters. But um, I don't know. I don't think I think Presti's already said it. He's not making any calls on it, and I don't know if like the Bucks are going to be calling OKC
right.
and offering Giannis and proposing something themselves. But uh, you probably wonder a bit what does that do to the locker room because that's the biggest thing for OKC for the most part. And it's
True.
like I don't know if Giannis is the type to really fit in to a locker room that's that uh, aligned and in the kind of play for each other, not just for themselves.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I don't think that that's a trade that's going to happen.
I agree.
Uh,
It'll
I've
probably
heard
be a
rumors
little.
of, maybe they look at someone like Anthony Davis instead,
Whoa, I didn't even think about that.
since there's rumors, right? He wants, even though they ended up with that pick, they
He's
still
just
think
never
that.
healthy, is the unfortunate part.
Yeah. I don't know. I think all this stuff is like, we're so, uh,
Prisoners of the moment,
yeah,
kind of. Yeah.
recency bias kind of stuff. Obviously, we just watched a 7 game series again. OKC missing two of their top four scorers and even honestly initiators outside of Shea. It was Shea, J Dub, and then AJ all year.
Yep.
Uh, and so it adds a lot of like focus of everyone else to be like, oh, Chet's turn to kind of step up. They just won a championship a year ago, and everyone's acting like the sky is falling when
Right.
again they were down those two players, key players, and still took the Spurs and the refs to game seven.
He's starting already. On my birthday.
So yeah, I mean, he had a down series. He definitely, I think it was Legler this week, kind of talked about it and how it just looked like a player that was completely in his own head in game seven, and like was trying to play like somebody that didn't want to be, do something wrong or be put on a poster by Wemby yet again or something like that. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it felt like for sure. And I don't think that's something that continues. We saw, you know, how cohesive and good the team could be when everybody's playing at their best. So I don't think there's any reason to really shake it up
I think it's just like, hey, we're probably gonna run into him again next year. Let's just be better and beat him this time, right?
and be healthy.
And there's no way I always hear people like throwing AJ Mitchell into fake trades. Like they're not trading AJ Mitchell at this point.
No,
He was invaluable.
yeah, I mean, he might honestly have taken the crown for best contract in the NBA.
100% he's the best contract
He
in
signed
the
like a
NBA.
3 year, $9 million contract
He's
or
making
something.
$3 million a year, dude. He's
It's a
100% the
shame
best
not for
contact.
him.
Yeah. Um,
And then you know how bad they would feel too, like if like he seems like the exact type where if they do trade him after such a stellar year and postseason, it's just a Brunson 2.0 kind of situation. Like he goes
mhm.
somewhere else and he averages 28, 3, and 7 or something.
Dude, I think he could, honestly.
Oh, 100%.
It's my
Yeah.
boy.
That's person only love. And it's not only because he's left-handed, he'll tell you. Although that is a factor.
It is a factor.
So OKC runs it back. They'll probably meet up again next year. Um, let's do a little Eastern Conference obituary for the loser there, which was not as close of a series. The Knicks swept the Cavs, just blew them out every game except that overtime game one. Um, the Knicks were just firing on all cylinders on offense. They were just stealing the ball and getting out in transition, and Cleveland had just the lack of heart, lack of hustle, getting back on defense. Not, I do not believe Kenny Atkinson covered himself in glory in this series as well. Um,
Should have been fired, but
I'm not really sure. Kyle, what do you think the Cavs should do in the offseason? I mean, they've already brought back Kenny Atkinson, like you said. They already brought their GM back as well. Are you ready for them to break up the Allen and Mobley front court pairing, or do you want them to run it back with that?
I don't know what the hell I want. I don't really care what they do at this point. It really doesn't matter. Analytically, they won the series. So, if you ask Kenny Atkinson, that's probably how he kept his job. Look at the analytics.
Okay,
We had the most expected points
if my coach is down 3-0 and he says analytically we're up 2-1, I'm firing him on the spot.
Before game four.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of ready to break up Allen and Mobley. I feel like Mobley is just like,
well, I don't know why. If you're gonna do that, you might as well just sell them both.
yeah. It just Mobley leaves me so cold. I don't know what it is. It's just like, yeah, he's great on offense. He kind of reminds me of Chet, where it's like, yeah, he's great on defense, but he's kind of like, if he's not good enough to play at the five by himself on offense, then he's really not helping me out on offense at all, you know? If he's
He's
not
so
spacing the
sweet.
floor. And he's a worse shooter than Chet even. So it's like he's not really spacing the floor at all, and yet you can't play him at the five. I just it's a weird player to kind of fit in, you know?
Yeah, he is hit or miss, and there's some games where he looks great and he's looks confident and smooth on offense, and then other games you forget he's out there for the whole half.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cavs forget he's out there too. If they don't try to get
No.
him involved, which doesn't help anything.
Yeah, he's one of those players that needs you to get him involved. Like he's not creating a lot of his own offense, you know. But and I'm assuming James Harden is coming back because I'm assuming they kind of have a wink wink deal for an extension when he got traded there. Um, so I mean, what you get a couple more years of him probably.
Who knows? Maybe LeBron goes there,
Yeah,
ends the career back at home.
it's definitely a possibility.
I would love to see it personally.
I think it would be great, honestly. Why
I
don't you just
don't know
do
that
Allen for LeBron? Call it in.
I don't know that that moves the needle for them anyways. It would be a
Couldn't
nice
hurt.
story for LeBron. If I'm the Cavs, I think everybody is on the trading block is available for calls.
Even Donovan?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's done.
He's done?
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
done on this earth
Washed.
or what?
when your supposed superstar players talking about, yeah, we didn't achieve what we wanted to, but I've won in life. That's not talking like someone that's like, I'm coming back and we're not losing again. That's like, I think this was our shot. We didn't make it. I made a hell of a lot of money. I'm feeling good. I'm doing all right.
Maybe he just has a bigger perspective, you know? It's not all about basketball for him.
That might be the problem. People say the same things about James Harden. You're not talking about him like you're talking about
Well,
Donnie.
I mean, James Harden's more about strip clubs. It sounds like Donovan's maybe more about the family life, you know?
Does he have a family?
I have no idea, actually.
I don't think he does.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
that's tough.
just
I think the other problem there is they don't have a single wing defender
Yeah,
that's not white.
that is a
And we're talking
problem.
about the NBA here.
I
Max
mean,
Strus isn't going to get it done, you know?
No.
They just they've never found that fifth starter that really works for them, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like you have that big pairing and then you have the guards and it's like, okay, it's a Dean Wade, is it Struce? Like they can't figure it out.
Yeah. And I
Um,
mean, it must be said, I think Cavs fans are really looking at the James Harden Darius Garland trade at this point and wondering if that was a big mistake.
I mean, the problem with Darius is he just can't stay healthy, so I get it.
Yeah.
I wonder if in the long run it's just kind of a wash and doesn't really work out that well for either of them. But
That's gonna be hard to. That's gonna be a hard trade to like look back and say if it did or didn't, considering Garland is now playing in the West. So
well, let me ask you this, Seth. If they had Darius Garland, do you think they make the Eastern Conference Finals still?
no,
I feel like he's just gonna get injured.
he ran up to a buzzsaw.
He
Well, I
hasn't made
don't
it through
think
a
they're
playoffs
beating the
healthy.
Knicks regardless, but I mean, Garland was pretty much healthy for the rest of the season after the trade.
Yeah.
So I don't know that you can just say, oh, he for sure would have gotten injured just
I
because
don't
he
understand
playing in
how
the playoffs.
they made the midseason acquisition for Keon Ellis, who's like redeeming quality as his defense. And did he even play in this series?
Yeah, I don't think he really played in this series.
Exactly.
He
Instead, they
got some
tossed
minutes,
Dennis
but
Schroeder in some crucial minutes for
Whoa,
no reason.
you drafted him in the all-time NBA draft.
Oh, trust me, I love Dennis Schroeder. But
To you, he's a top 50 player of all time.
if we're talking
If we're talking European,
international
if
accomplishments as well, probably, yeah. However,
we're talking best Germans, I mean, he's
top
top
100.
five.
I'm still just perplexed about how in game one you're blowing such a big lead in the fourth quarter.
Don't make any adjustments.
No, and Schroeder hadn't played in like 7 minutes, and an out of bounds play after a timeout, you put him in to dribble the ball for 8 seconds and then turn it over while nobody moved. Like this all comes back to Atkinson. He's not a good coach. I think we were, I don't know.
Bamboozled?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but I wasn't sure if that was,
It felt right to
yeah.
me. Yeah. I it just we've seen it over and over again with this Cavs team, right? They kind of wilt in the playoffs, and I think it's partly coaching. I think you can partly hang it on the players, right? And
And it's just ironic to me that we're saying this where we've seen it over and over again with this Cavs team. They wilt in the playoffs, and their big midseason acquisition was getting James Harden
right. Although I
at
really
this
don't
stage
even
of
blame
his
Harden this
career.
time, honestly. I mean, it's like
Yeah, it's we're in an interesting place where it's almost like okay, we know who James Harden is, so you can't even blame him
well, and
for
he's old too, you know. It's
yeah.
like
It's like he's old, he's not in his prime anymore, and he is who he is. So you can't even blame him when he shoots, 30% from the field in a playoff game because it's like this is who he is.
But the other thing is,
So
like, at least he creates for other people. Donovan Mitchell, on the other hand, I don't know if he passed the ball once that entire series, and it was terrible to watch.
I think he passed it once. And there were
could it
some
be?
I mean, there were some rough assist games for Harden too. Um, but I mean, it's kind of true. Like they were never, they were never gonna be led to the promised land by James Harden, but
Right.
his playoff performances didn't help them, and they didn't get enough from everybody else.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of blame to go around, but they're probably just gonna run it back, right?
I mean, the other thing is they're the one team in the league that's over the second apron.
So
So
they can't really do a lot either.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll see. Well, those teams are gone, and what remains is the Knicks and the Spurs. This is honestly a great finals. I mean, you have the Knicks on one hand, who are the most famous team in the NBA, right? And yet they haven't won a championship in 50 years, more than 50 years.
But they have Lisa and Al Gaid now, so
He's
They've
talking
had
about
him, but
Timothée Chalamet. Uh, and then you have the Spurs on the other hand, who are one of the most, historically winning franchises, at least of the last century, and have one of the, best players in the league already at a young age who is everyone loves to
extremely
watch
unethical.
and is very exciting to watch is 7'5", something like we've never seen before. I think this is Adam Silver's wet dream, I think.
Yeah, how do you think it happened?
He's pulling the strings, the goblin himself. Uh wow. I'm excited. We know who Kyle's picking. We don't know who me or Seth are picking, but let's get into it. A couple interesting things here. First of all, I think the matchup with Wemby is interesting, right? Because you might see a lot of Cat on him, but I think you're also going to see a lot of OG Anunoby on
I
him.
think you're going to see mostly OG on him.
Do you think OG starts the game on him?
Yeah.
Game one?
Yeah.
And then who are they going to hide Cat on, though, is the question.
Uh,
Because you have to hide Brunson as well, right?
yeah,
So
Penny.
you would think Brunson would be guarding Shampenny, wouldn't you?
Yeah, potentially.
Castle.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know if you're putting Brunson on Castle the way that he. I don't understand the whistle that the Spurs have been getting, but you're probably right. You probably put Brunson on Champagny, McCall on Castle. Who do you put on Fox? And Hart on Fox. Who does that leave?
So
I guess you put Brunson on Vassell,
Yeah, I think
maybe?
that's probably right.
Brunson on Vassell, Cat and Champagny. Champagny? Champ?
Champagny.
You're putting too much emphasis on the knee, I think. Uh, and then OG and Wemby.
Yeah.
I think Cat can guard Wemby though, honestly. Am
Yeah,
I
he
crazy? Am I crazy to say that?
probably. But the thing is like, Cat has one of the worst whistles in the NBA, so I don't think you really want to put him in that position that much.
It's the way he flails himself. He's always hitting someone or getting hit.
Well,
You
and he
know?
does a lot of dumb reach-in fouls and shit. So
Yeah, but there's also a lot of stuff that gets initiated by the offensive player that Cat just gets called for some
I
reason.
just don't
He
think
truly has to have one of the worst whistles in the
I
league.
think it's just because he has poor control over his own limbs. And so I feel like they're biased towards that because they know he just like is always flailing around, you know what I mean? So they always assume he's to blame.
Maybe if we just had better refs, but
I don't want to see Tony Brothers in this finals, although I know I will.
he's already been ruled one of the.
I want Zach Zarba to do every single game. The one game Zach Zarba did of Spurs OKC was beautiful. It was like there's barely any fouls. It was such a clean game. Like you could just watch and enjoy, you know? I know that Tony Brothers and Scott Foster are going to try to make it all about them,
Mhm.
you know, because they think they're the stars of the show. Um, we should also mention that the Mitchell Robinson injury is huge. So Mitchell Robinson, the backup center for the Knicks, broke his pinky. Which pinky? Was it his right pinky? It doesn't really matter. He can't shoot. He doesn't shoot.
It's not true. I mean, in the NBA, it's true, but I don't know if you ever watch his
Oh,
off-season
dude.
highlights.
Off-season pickup games, he's hitting step back threes like it's nothing. It's crazy.
imagine if he starts hitting like 90% from the free throw line in this
Now that his
series.
pinky's broken,
Yeah, that was a missing ingredient.
and he's
That's like
like,
the thing with Josh Hart. Was that last year? He like injured his wrist and then went on a super cold streak, and then
Yeah,
injured it again in another game, and then like
I
he for like a month and a half he shot like 45% from three
I
afterwards.
just heard about this on a podcast where he said like he was shooting a half court heave
Yeah, I
and it
remember.
like snapped his wrist back into place.
Hmm.
should I try that for my wrist?
Can't
Maybe
hurt.
Yeah. Um. So, but he doesn't have to shoot. So I assume he's gonna play. They
he's
haven't
gonna
said
play. I
yet.
already said he's gonna
Oh,
play.
they did
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know how limited he's gonna be or like how much he's gonna be in pain. I mean, he had surgery on it. And it can't have
Yep.
been what, like a week since he had surgery? Kind of crazy, actually. If I break my pinky and have surgery, you're not seeing me on a court for
No
months.
heart.
So we'll see how limited he is, if at all. Um, I think he's going to be big in this series, though, just having that offensive rebounder so that Wemby can't kind of help off as much,
Hmm.
and just having that lob threat as well is huge for them. He's always so good in the playoffs. I mean, he
Yes.
can't shoot free throws, but besides that, he's always so good.
I mean, he's always good in his minutes that he gets. It's not even just the playoffs. And
Uh,
he's one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA.
I think he is the best, right? I
Yeah, I
mean,
guess that Steven Adams is gone.
well, he's not gone. He's
Well, I mean, he wasn't here this year, so.
rip. Wasn't he at the game actually?
Yeah.
Um, Now who do you think Wemby's going to guard on the other end? He's going to hide himself on Josh Hart, probably, right?
No, I don't know. No, probably not, because aren't they going to want him in the paint? They're going to run a bunch of actions to get him onto Brunson.
Well, I think he's gonna just be in the paint, helping off of Hart and hoping Hart doesn't
Yeah,
hit
just
threes. You know,
3 second violations nonstop that don't get called all game.
it's starting already. The series hasn't even
Watch
started.
any game. That's what he does.
I mean, I have watched every game and I didn't really notice as much, but they're pretty good at tiptoeing around the paint, I feel like putting their one foot in, one foot out like the hokey pokey. Um I feel like Hart's gonna have to make him pay for that because I think he will guard Hart a decent amount and he's gonna have to like do his little pick and roll playmaking thing, make enough threes. Um but it's an interesting matchup. Seth, what are you thinking? I want to hear your analysis. I want to hear your pick.
This is a tough one where not only do I not know what's going to happen or like what I think is most likely to happen, I also don't even know who I'm cheering for personally.
I thought you said you weren't cheering for the Spurs because they beat the Wolves.
Well, but I didn't want to cheer for the Knicks either. So I'm
Okay.
between a rock and a hard place, as they say. And that's usually my tiebreaker. If I don't really know who to pick, then I just pick the team that I want in my heart. That being said, for our pool in which I'm last, and it doesn't matter anyways. I picked
You're last?
7.
What did he say?
Sorry. I was just so
I
shocked that
think
you're
he picked
last.
Knicks in 7
You said Knicks in 7?
Let me check. I might be second to last.
You're dead last?
or second to last. He said. While he's doing this, can we talk about if the Spurs win? They're not going to, but if they do we put an asterisk on this championship in the first place, considering the injuries that they were blessed with facing?
Don't we put an asterisk on every championship these days? Even though usually you need a lot of luck to make the championship?
Yeah, it's like if we went by what people want to put an asterisk on, then half of the championships in history have asterisks.
Not the Mav 2011, though. That one's in stone.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Did you?
By the way, I'm last by a long shot. So
And you picked Knicks in 7?
yeah, so probably don't go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, Knicks in 5 is probably the right pick.
I'm gonna surprise you here, Kyle. Because you probably think I'm picking the Spurs, don't you?
Considering you jerk off to Wemby every other night, probably. Sorry, Annie.
It's not every other night. It's nightly, first of all. Second of all, how dare you? You know my mother listens to
I
this.
apologize.
Um,
On his birthday, no less.
she usually turns it off after the intro banter, though, I think.
Yeah.
I'm picking Knicks in 6, baby.
I said no more than 6 games. I'm calling 5, but no
Well,
more
you
than
know the
six.
Spurs are going to win now.
I can't believe all three of us are picking the Knicks. Is that
I
good for
forgot
them,
about
or
changing it.
is that good for the Knicks or bad for them?
Can you know how great it would be for it to go 6 games? Ben explained this to me the other day.
Ben Heyman?
If it goes 6 games, there is a World Cup game in New Jersey that same day.
Oh,
And
Wow.
I think it's an hour and 15 minutes or something before the World Cup games that they're shutting down all of the trains for only World Cup ticket holders to be able to use. So to get to the Knicks game, there'd be no trains to use.
oh my God.
It would be
What?
fucking chaos.
I forgot the World Cup's gonna be going on at the same time. This could end New York City as we know it. I don't know if it's
That
gonna survive
would
this.
I'm not
not
sure
go
Mamdani's
well.
planned for game 6.
But he said that the kids they don't have to go to bed.
No, yeah.
So
He doesn't listen to our podcast.
Are you sure he doesn't listen to our podcast?
I mean, he's disregarding everything we say when we tell him to put him to bed. So
We can't be sure that he doesn't listen to the podcast. Uh, man, I think it's just a cooler story with this Knicks win. So maybe I'm rooting for it, you know?
I don't know.
And
Yeah,
I feel like it's their time.
7 of 10 of the ESPN analysts have picked the Spurs. Only three of them with a heart and a spine
They're going to say some other body part.
and massive ball. No, I'm just kidding.
Apologize to my mother again.
I think the Knicks just have they have a lot more probably answers to the questions than an injured OKC team does.
I
And their
agree with,
makeup is also just completely different. Like
yeah.
you're not really going to get an OKC lineup for the most part where you're going to kind of have just about anybody that can shoot a three and spread the floor. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's evident too from the matchups over the course of the year, right?
I don't know if this is a hot take. I was going to say this. I feel like the Knicks are better than OKC, the version of OKC that ended that series. Is that crazy to say?
No, I don't think so. Again, they were missing their two of their four best players.
And I mean, with the way the Knicks have been playing in the playoffs, they're
They've been unstoppable. They've been a juggernaut on offense.
yeah. It's just a matter of like I think the Spurs do match up with them pretty well, where they have the guards to hang with Brunson. And, even if Brunson gets past Castle or Harper, then you've got Wemby soaring in to contest at the rim.
But
So,
that's what they were doing a lot of their matchups this year is they were getting Wemby switched onto Brunson so we can have him out at the
Hmm.
you know
right,
out while he's initiating, and it just frees up a lot of space in the on the backside for somebody to make a cut or something like that. Or Brunson's way too quick off the dribble for Wemby to be able to react to any of his like kind of
yeah,
quick pull up jumpers.
yeah. And I will say, historically speaking, I mean, it would, in a way, it would be unprecedented no matter what happens since the Knicks haven't won a championship since 1973. But when
And
we're
4 years
looking at
after we went to the
Wemby
moon.
historically,
Did we
in
go to the moon though?
particular,
Should we get into
it's
that
like
now?
the correlations that I keep hearing is like the LeBron in '07,
Right.
where he made it to the finals, ironically against the Spurs. But, early on in his career, sooner than people thought he would make it there. Even Luca a couple years ago, right? It's like, well, most of those players end up losing in the finals to teams that are holistically better off.
Hmm.
On the other hand, I think Wemby's got a lot more talent
Definitely.
in
Here
his
we go.
supporting cast.
He's got a better team than LeBron did in '07 for sure.
Yeah, way better.
But they're
So,
still very young, you know?
right. So I think historically the edge goes to the Knicks is like normally a team that's playing as well as the Knicks are would beat this like generational superstar who's as young as he is.
Two's there a few years too early. Yeah.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe
I
he'll
just feel
break
like the
through.
Knicks have more to go to. Like they have such a breadth of things they can go to. Like you have the Brunson, Cat pick and roll. You have Cat running the offense from the elbow, right? You have the
Mhm.
Mitch Robinson lob threat. You have Mikal Bridges with this mid-range game. Like they just, it's such a
Well,
diversity on offense.
Yeah.
we haven't even really talked about McHale was on
Oh
one
my
of the
God.
all-time greatest streaks in playoff history.
At one point he was like 70 for his last 100 or something.
Yeah.
And these aren't even like a lot of these are jump shots.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
So
what's funny was he was so bad in the first couple games of the first series.
people
Like
were
before
calling
he
for his
won,
head.
yeah, before he went on this streak, he scored 0 points in one of the games.
Yeah. It's one of the most miraculous turnarounds I can remember. And like him in particular and the whole Knicks offense, I'm just so curious to see how much rust they have, if all this time off ends up being good for them because they're all
Yeah.
healthy and rested, or if it like,
It's a classic rust versus rest.
yeah, or if it takes them a game or even two to like get the groove back that they were in last series? And will that be too late?
Yeah.
I I'm interested. Honestly think I'm most worried about from a Knicks perspective is like the bench minutes, what happens there. Because Harper has looked pretty different in the postseason. And I don't really know without going back how much of an effect or like gravitas he had during the regular season matchups or even in that
Right.
the NBA Cup championship game.
NBA Cup rematch, we must say.
Yeah,
Oh,
first time ever.
In its storied history.
First time ever NBA Cup rematch in the NBA Finals. I do think we also should mention that shout out Jeremy Sohan. No matter what happens, he wins a ring.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Which color will his hair be for the first game, do you think? I think he goes classic orange and blue. Or does he save that for the first home game?
I feel like that's a home game thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say first off, first color off the top of my head was green for some reason.
Okay. I like that. Like Frank Ocean on his,
Hmm.
yeah. Man, it's gonna be fun. All right, well, we all picked the Knicks, so sorry, New York, in advance.
That we can't be there, baby, to celebrate with you. Let's
Hubbard!
go.
Uh, quick before we sign off. Miles Garrett got traded to the Rams
True.
for Jared Verse and a first. Was it a first, a second, and a third? Something like that. It was a first and a
It was
couple
at
other
least the
things.
first and a second. I don't know if they ended up getting the third.
Seth, Rams to the Super Bowl or what?
I mean, they were knocking on the door last year and then they just upgraded. So, I mean, who knows with Puka with the offseason he's
That's
in.
true.
There
But
are rumors now from the man himself, Aaron Donald, that he might actually make a comeback too. Now he's
yeah,
kind of
He
invigorated.
he said it got me thinking.
Yeah.
I know. I did see it's like they have last year's passing leader, receiving touchdowns, receiving yards, and sacks. They had the league
Wow.
leader from last year in all of those. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah. I feel like they're gonna make the Super Bowl.
No.
Well, obviously the Bears will, but we'll have to beat them in the championship game. And we will.
No, probably have to beat Seattle.
We'll beat whoever. It don't matter. Poor Cardinals though, huh? I mean, what goes on
Winless?
there?
There's a
Yeah.
public dispute
Are they?
about a contract for a backup starting quarterback for his basically entire career, Jacoby Brissett,
Jacoby
while the
Brisket.
Rams is rated for the best defensive player probably of the last like 50 years.
Hey, they got Jeremiah Love though.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's really gonna be good. I'm sure he'll be able to elevate them without any other talent. Um, Also AJ Brown to the Patriots, rumored for 3 months, happened for a 2028 first. I mean, this has got to be great for the Patriots and Drake May, right? I mean, he's just gonna be able to dime up AJ on those deep balls.
It's gonna be booty on the deep balls, but
Are we talking Kayshawn Booty, or are we just going in a different direction?
can I read you this a satire
Please.
Twitter post? So it was just a picture of Mike Vrabel answering press conference questions, and it was, "Coach, what's the latest on the booty situation?" He said, "Look, I already said I was done talking about that. Moving on, focusing on my family. Also, she does have a name, so let's try to be a bit more respectful, okay? I was just talking about Kayshawn booty. I hope this actually happens at some point in the year."
Oh my God. Man. Well, at least Mike Vrabel got AJ Brown back though. Had him in Tennessee.
I thought they didn't like each other.
Really? I thought he was pissed that they traded him.
I don't know. I don't know what goes on.
Well, he must have signed off on it because he's there now. I mean, this helps the Patriots, right, Seth? And then the Eagles got a decent return for someone who did not want to be on their team
Yeah, I mean, they gave up a first to get him. They essentially just rented him out for whatever it was, 4 years,
for no cost.
and then yeah, paid what they or got back what they paid for.
They essentially redrafted it. You're talking Patriots or Eagles, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, drafted his replacement in Mekhi Lemon, anyways.
he makes lemons out of lemonade. Is that the one that
So
talks like a snake? in his interviews.
Yeah.
Kind of
I do
sneaky like
think
that.
it was, probably a good move for both sides where clearly
Yeah.
there had been a rift there in Philadelphia.
Yeah, there's been one massive rumor about that come out in the last day or two.
And would you like to share?
So supposedly the falling out between AJ and Hertz has to do with AJ cheating on his girlfriend, wife, whatever, well, girlfriend at the time, who then was upset, reached out because she was close to Jalen Hurts' wife. And then AJ lashed out at both of them. And then his girlfriend cut off all communication with Jalen Hurts' wife to stay with AJ Brown after he cheated. Uh, Ultimately, they end up getting married. The Hertzes don't get an invite to the wedding.
Whoa.
And here we are.
Is this all substantiated?
I mean, everyone apparently has sources on Twitter, so I can't say one.
Wasn't one of them the godfather, the other's baby or something?
Yeah, Hertz was the godfather of AJ Brown's
So this
kid.
would be like if you and I had a falling out, which we did, and we're through.
But I still don't really get from that story like what Jalen Hurts did.
He tried to kind of mediate to make it like calm the situation down, and uh, AJ wasn't having any of it.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Seems
Well,
like it's more on AJ.
Yeah,
yeah. AJ seems like the more volatile personality from what we've seen
Yeah.
from him. But he loves to read,
true.
especially on the sideline of during the game.
It keeps him grounded.
All right. Any final thoughts on the NBA Finals
If anything,
or
you should have picked up a book. What was
well,
that you were gonna say?
I didn't hear that. I mean, I'm excited for these finals, man.
Same.
I hope we get 7 games.
First game is tomorrow. Maybe this podcast will be up by then. Who knows? But Kyle has 3 kids now, so it's you never know. I met little Benny.
Yeah. Is he as cute as he looks?
He is very cute.
Yeah,
He's got Kyle's hair.
yeah, we got a good
Nice.
one. Another good one, I guess.
3 for 3. I'm happy to report. All right. Well,
Well,
I have nothing more to say. Kyle, you have anything?
Let's go Knicks. I've been saying it for years, actually. This is another one of those situations where once they win, the vindication I feel is just incredible.
Let's go Knicks and let's go Timothy. You know what I mean?
True.
Dune 3's coming out. Is it?
Yeah, it's this year, right?
Dune 3's coming out. Clear your calendars. It might be soon, actually.
They're deviating from the Christmas
Is he
release.
still recording? Huh?
this is the worst ending to a podcast we ever
I
had.
thought you stopped the recording like 5 minutes ago.